Hey everyone, it's Johan here. Hope you're doing extremely well. I thought I'd make this quick video for you because we're getting going. We're launching this thing. Okay, so I thought, why don't I just give you a quick teaser? I'm not going to include everything because there's 150 things here. We will deal with that over time. But I'll give you a few. Imagine for a moment as a business owner that you don't have to go get leads anymore. That customers are guaranteed to come into your business. Well, you don't have to imagine anymore. We're going to deliver that. In fact, we guarantee customers inside of your business. So we're not a lead generation company. We don't sell you leads. We don't do marketing. They're in your business. That has to switch something and say, what? Why? Right. Because the challenge now is, how do we solve a customer's problem inside of your business? They're already there. So how do we do that? The first thing we do is we give you a digitized asset. Now, I've not heard of a platform that gives this to you in what we are doing. So that's the thing. That thing you own. The reason I say that is this. There's a statement that says, if the platform is free, you're the product. So for years, we've been enticed with a free platform. I'm not going to name names. We all know them. We all love them. We all use them. But we have to pay ads to them. So they take our data, they look at what users want, they look at what we provide, and then they say, hey, we have got information about these users. Would you like to buy that information? Some of those users came from us as business owners. And by that, I'm talking about websites. Now, I do not like websites. Recently finished this one. I don't like it because I can't give you what I want because it's a little weird. In the fact that nobody knows that this is possible and nobody knows that they can do this in this way. So first I have to give you the benefit of that thing. I have to go build an old website, and this is where people will go to. So here's what we've done. Number one, we looked at ownership. That's the digital asset that I'm going to give you. We're going to give that to you in the Web3 space. You don't have to know anything about it. You don't have to do anything about it, but here's the deal. If you decide to sell your business at some point, that thing could either go into that business as part of it, or you can sell it separately to someone for that data or for that access. Or you can keep the thing, go to another country or another state, open up the same business type, it's not in the local area, and then you have that thing, and all we need to do is just change the look and feel of that business, and you can carry on with what you've done. So maybe different culture, so maybe the data will change. But here's the kicker. You will own your data. That is probably one of the first times that a marketing company, which is the closest thing to what we seem to be, offered you. Okay, so that's the first thing. Number two, we've got a local magazine. Now we're going to start in a very small area, and then we'll expand it. And from the magazine's point of view, we will probably have a big area with a lot of companies interested in the thing. And as soon as, let's say, a city has X amount, we want to have at least 50 businesses in the big thing. And as soon as the city has big thing, then we create a new one for that one. And as soon as your area has 50 businesses in it, then we'll create a new one for that. So effectively, over time, the customers that's closest to you, the local customers, come closer and closer and closer and closer and closer. They can have it from day one, but there's also other businesses in far away off areas. So that's how we'll start, because it's the easiest way to do in order to provide everyone that reads this thing access, or give them access to your business, give them access to your specials. So what does that do? The first one gave you ownership. This second one, the magazine, where we have all your specials inside the magazine and people just browse through it, say, oh, that's interesting. And then from there, use that digital asset that I just talked about and go into your business. They don't come to my website. They don't go to a social media page. They don't go to another algorithm. You don't have to, or another platform, and you don't have to worry about their algorithms as to how you get customers into your business. It's the other way around. They're inside your business, right? And so once they're inside your business, again, the question is, how do we help them out? How do we solve their problem? We'll get to that. So that one basically then gives you visibility. First one's ownership. The second one gives you visibility. The third thing that we've done was we said, okay, What if people don't have access to that thing? So easy to do, but maybe they don't have their phone with them. They just have a laptop, they don't have their phone, and the thing is on there, for argument's sake. Could be everywhere, but it's on their phone, they don't have access. So they go on a laptop, and then they say, look, I am in need of a drill. I always use hardware stores because I would love to hate them, but hey, I love them. I used to be a builder, so interesting for me. It's a complex business, 12,000 minimum amount of products they have in there. 12,000, so consider that. Hard problem to solve, and we've done it. So effectively what happens is that if I want a drill, as a human being, I instinctively know I will get that at a hardware store. If I want, almost said do my hair, but I don't have any left. If a lady wants to do her hair, for argument's sake, she instinctively knows where to go for a hair salon or whatever it is that they need. We instinctively know where to go. So that's a business type. And so we thought, why don't we create a directory, simple old 90s directory with one little twist. I search for hardware store because the drill's in there. I have a look, they'll appear from the closest to me to the furthest from me, right? So that solves the whole buying ads on platform thing. This is the reality of it. What's just the closest business? What's the furthest business? But my brother staying on the other side of the town will get a different list, essentially, of businesses. And so I have a look at this one and I click in it. Guess where I go? I don't go to their website because most of them don't have a website with regards to hardware stores. And the ones that they do have, with the volume of products that they have, is so complicated that if you're looking to put up a shelf on a wall, for argument's sake, you have to click about 6-7 different times and search 6-7 different times in order to get the total solution of the thing that you need. A drill, drill bits, plugs, the shelf, the screws that goes in there. Maybe I have screwdrivers, maybe I don't. Maybe I messed up the wall with the drill and then I need to fix it, so I might need some painter's mate, and then I might need to have a, I'm not sure if there's a problem with this, but okay, it looks like the battery goes. Of course it does, but in any case. So into your business from a directory. 1, search for the business type. 2, have a look, click on this one. Okay, right, so this is on the outside of the business. That's a free listing, free. They go to the outside of their business with a link to their website. So hopefully they have a good website, but it's free. It doesn't cost you anything. But then goes to the next one. And inside that business is info rich. And inside that business, both for the magazine and for the directory, we add number 4, AI. So the first one that we gave you is essentially a digital asset. That's ownership for you. It's never existed before. And you have that with us. Number 2, what you get is exposure, right? You don't have to buy ads anymore. People can see all your specials when they read at the end of the month. Number 3, what I give you is search. This thing, the directory. I search for something which will probably in that business type, and I go in there and I have a look. And I can go through the aisles. I can browse through aisles. I can book a service. And I can buy a product inside your business. Not on a website. That's a middleman. Not on some social media page. That's a middleman. Not on some algorithm thing. Middleman. Inside your business. Okay, so now we've got that bit. The AI can talk with you. The AI can show you items that you might have, especially the specials. That's probably where we'll start. There's a lot to build here, so we'll start with that. And the AI can tell you about the business, where they are, what they like, when they started, depending on what the owner wants to share. But the owner does not have to pick up a phone. He does not have to reply an email. Should you not find what is there, you can just ask the AI. Could you just send somebody an email to contact me? Here's my details on Monday, because it's Sunday, 4 o'clock. The business is not open. That's why you're there, right? Either go to Amazon and go through 20,000 different pages in order to get the same things, or you go in here and say, look, here's my project. This is what I want to do. What do I need? They might give it to you, depending on what the owner wants to train in there. I'm talking hardware stores here. And so that then gives you an AI, which we can do, and we will introduce that to you inside of this project as an example to see if that's something that you like, what we could change with it, and how easy you found it to work with. And then there's the training, of course. Now, here's the kicker. What we've just done was made it super simple and convenient for the customer. Here's the question. How difficult is it for you as the business owner? I want to smile something because there's so much to share, but okay, here we go. You have to fill in one form. You have to make one booking for a site visit because it's your business. And 1 week after that site visit, you can be live. It's not that you should be, because there's a training process. And listen, why don't we relaunch this thing? And you get all your friends and family just to come see where you spend your day. Now, if you're a lawyer, that'll be an office. If you're a plumber, that might be your home office, right? They didn't know you worked there. Maybe they did, maybe they didn't. Doesn't matter. But they're inside there and they can see what you do. Here's all my products. Here's all my services. Guess what? Here's some of my happy customers, and you place them on there. And people can see this is a business that is real with all this fake stuff going on. Even the AI is trained on real data. What do you have to do? To change a product or to change a special, go on your phone and change it. That easy. So one form, one booking, 1 week later you're open, and you can change the stuff inside there on your phone. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to stop with this. Otherwise, I'll carry on for another hour. That was not the point. I just wanted to give you something to work with. Come on in here. Try it. And here's what I'm going to do. $3,700 for a year. You get 12. You get your asset. You get 12 local magazines, sections, pages. You get access to the AI for a month or two just to see if this is something that you're interested in. And there's an upsell because those things do have token costs and whatnot. You have the directory for the entire year. And you get training where we introduce about 150 features that you can add in there. You shouldn't use them all. The goal is to see which ones you don't use and which are the 5 or 6 or 5 or 10 or 1 that your customers love. And then we install that in there. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the true value of AI inside local businesses. And then you take that thing and then you just solve the problem for the customer by fulfilling the orders that you got on a Sunday night, 9 o'clock. I'll see you inside. Cheers for now.